It's a busy week in the Green Room. A guy we're chatting with today. It's a band that you hear all throughout the week on QLZ. Brendan from the Nocturnal Affair, sir. I know you're out in Vegas right now, man. We kind of got the same kind of weather as you guys. How's Vegas and how are things going today?
It's like a beautiful 65 degrees. Vegas is
Perfect.
spoiling us right now before it gets way too hot.
Yeah, what do you do when it's like 110 outside? Is it kind of like us here in the Midwest when it's like negative 20 some wind chills and you don't go anywhere? You get just kind of stay inside?
Yep, you buy enough groceries to last you 2 weeks, you stay inside. You come out when the sun goes down. Still, it's like
Same.
almost 100 degrees close to midnight.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah, you stay inside so you don't melt. You guys were just part of something I've talked about a little bit on the air. Our QLZ listeners, so they're a little bit familiar with it. The Happens convention. A bunch of bands come out there. They play for radio programmers all across the country, and ask you kind of how that was. So, dude, and you talked about how much you love playing these conventions. So a couple of weeks ago, Happens for you guys, man. What was it like getting in front of a bunch of radio folks and playing for everybody?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man. Radio people know how to party, so it's definitely a different setting. It's not like your average concert, but thankfully our fans were able to join us, and everybody kind of just had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
So what is
Yeah,
it
Ken
like
knows what
playing?
he's doing.
Yeah, yeah. So what is it like playing for a bunch of like radio programmers compared to like a normal show? You guys are going out with Fozzy here a little bit later on in the spring. So playing in front of a bunch of people that are they're out there to see what you guys are about more as a band and hopefully get you on the air. So what's it like playing in front of a bunch of people who are kind of like studying you, more than maybe they're out happy for the music, but they're kind of studying you at the same time.
I was semi worried about that because I was like, is the room just going to be quiet the whole time? Are we going to get applause from the people that came to see us? But you're going to have people standing around the room with their arms crossed and kind of just blank stare. But everybody got into it. Everybody had a good time. Especially when I kind of like pointed them out. You know what I mean? I kind of called them out. I was like, look, guys, you're in Las Vegas. I don't care what you're
Yeah,
doing. You're in Vegas. You're in a bar. You've got a drink in your hand. Like, come on, like, let loose a little bit. And they definitely did.
yeah.
And they had a great, I mean, like, I had a great time with them after the set, even. It was just
Hmm.
really, really cool people, really kind, genuine, very passionate about what they do.
Yeah. Now for you guys, I think 2021. So I think I played you guys a little bit when I was living up in Wisconsin and whatnot. You guys, just put out your first single. I think it's 4 years ago. I don't know if it's quite the 4 year anniversary or not, but just you and the journey for these guys. I know Down was out in 2021, and then now you guys have a top 40 song, top 40 hit. With Cross Me Out. So just kind of like tell me a little bit about the journey of you guys and what these 4 years like had been from getting the debut single out there to being on the chart with some massive names.
Well, it's much different now than it was in 2021. 2021, the country was kind of coming out of that whole, you know, fun little experience we all went through. And it was difficult for an up and coming band to make any type of noise. You know what I mean? It was mostly just legacy acts, people already known that would release stuff and it would do anything for them. And we said, fuck it, we're going to do it anyway. So we dropped down,
Mhm.
and it was a weird quiet. Even though it did well on the SMR charts, people across the country knew. When we went on our tour with Fozzy in 2022, people knew the song, but we didn't know they did. It was a very different experience than how it's been with Cross Me Out. And it's a lot of hurry up and wait. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
write the song, you show it to your team, they go, okay, we'll see. And then in a few weeks, they're like, yeah, here's the date. And then
yeah,
you release it, and they go, okay, we'll see. And it's like it's not what someone would think, but it's extremely exciting.
yeah. And like I said, you guys top 40 hit now. It's a song that we've been playing here on QLZ in rotation for probably about the last 2 months or so. And you mentioned going out with Fozzy. You guys have gone out with Fozzy before. You're going out again. And obviously, Chris Jericho's a massive name, dude. What do you guys? I would imagine touring with Fozzy is a lot of fun. You guys obviously going back out. So what's it like touring with Fozzy, and what do you obviously enjoy about it?
I love their fans. I love their fans. This is probably like the fourth or fifth time we've been out with them, and people always ask me like, why do you guys keep going out with them? And I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's we have the opportunity to play in front of some of the coolest people across the country, some of the most like hardcore Fozzy, Chris Jericho fans. and they are the sweetest people I've ever met. You know, we play in cities that maybe we've played 2 times before, and someone who saw us with Fozzy last time for the first time shows up with like food for the whole band, shows up with like toiletries, like, hey, I know it's hard on the road, you know, here's some baby wipes, you know, here's some energy drinks, here's some vitamins, you know, whatever you guys need. And it's like we don't even know these people, but we had such a great experience with them last time. They're like trying to help us get to the next city. It's amazing.
It's incredible. Have you had the chance to kind of interact with Chris at all on tour? Anything good he's kind of taught you, or what have you kind of taken from him when it comes to the industry a little bit?
Well, first of all, Chris is an amazing encyclopedia of rock and roll knowledge. Like, I think one of the only other people that I've met that is also an insane encyclopedia of rock and roll knowledge is probably Matt Pinfield. Matt Pinfield can just like off the bat just like tell you things about your favorite band that you never would have known. And Jericho is very much like that too. He's very well versed in this world. And I remember one of my greatest fears to happen on tour happened. I want to say 2 years ago. We were in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I wasn't wearing contacts yet. I just wore glasses. So when I get on stage, take my glasses off, and I was standing on a sub, one of the sub speakers, and we're playing to a very full, very, very packed house. And we're about 2 songs in, and we're playing our song, Thousand Ways to Die. And in the middle of the song, I take a step to my right, and there's no stage. And I fall about 4 feet. I fell about 4 feet. And I didn't, like, let me tell you, like, you can fall off the stage, but I didn't just fall. I stepped, and the speaker hit me right in the crotch as I was going down. But I'll tell you, it saved my ass, because that caused me, when it hits you, it caused my leg to kind of stand out straight, which caught me on the floor, and I was able to roll. If that didn't happen, my bones would have just hit the concrete, and who knows, it would have been a lot worse. So there's my biggest falling off stage. No musician wants to do that. And I do it 2 songs in to a song called Thousand Ways to Die. And I'm laying on the ground, and the band is still playing it, and I'm like, this is my nightmare. Fuck it, let's go. So I get up, I get on the gate in front of the people. Thankfully, like that, the whole room suddenly turned around. They loved us. It was probably like one of our best nights selling merch, almost, because I think they felt bad for
it.
There you go. So, but I get off stage, I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, I don't even want to like look at anybody, talk to anybody. It was the worst embarrassment. And Chris comes up to me after the show, and he goes, hey man, welcome to the club. And I was like, what? And he goes, so-and-so fell off stage in the 80s. So-and-so fell off stage in the 90s. So-and-so fell, like everyone's done it. And he just starts naming these musicians that have fallen off the stage. And he's like, yeah, man, now it's legit. Now you're a touring musician. And he just made me feel so good. He could have laughed at me. He could have not said anything, but he like went out of his way to kind of not only give me that rock and roll knowledge, but help me feel better. And it was awesome.
That's awesome. I know. And now you got an incredible story to share about this too. Now it's not just, oh man, I was embarrassed. You've taken something that in the time was embarrassing. So I think maybe something for bands out there, if you're going to fall off stage, make sure you do it so you don't get too hurt, but do it enough so people come buy merch from you. Is that what we're kind of gathering?
Exactly. I'll tell you, my arm was pretty weird for about 6 months after that.
Any like actual nerve damage, or do you have any injuries from it, or just kind of bumps and bruises from that? Like kind of, do you remember?
Knock on wood, thankfully, just bumps and bruises. So,
nice. Is that your worst injury on stage? Is that the worst, the kind of the worst thing that's happened to you injury wise on stage, or is there anything else out there?
I'm trying to think. I've cut my face open on my guitarist's guitar, but that was my old metal band. I've shocked myself a few times. That was my old band. Okay. So, but I think falling in front of more than a few hundred people, hitting your nuts, and then rolling around on the floor, that kind of sucked.
Yeah. I know you said you got hit in the crotch. Did you lose, knock the wood out of you a little bit, or how long did it take you to recover? Because us dudes have all been there. I played soccer for like 15 years. You get hit in the nuts, dude. It just takes everything out of you. You just want to puke, whatever. So how long did it take you to kind of get back in there?
I had the adrenaline going. So when it happened, I couldn't even tell that I was hurt. And
Okay.
I just got up. You know, you fall in your head, you're like, okay, go get him. Like, get up, get up, get up. What are you doing? So I got up, I finished the set. And then as I was like walking to our green room, I was like, oh shit. Oh, like kind of like, oh, damn. Like, yeah. And then it's never that first day even. It's always like when you hit the gym and you work out too hard, the second and third day are the worst. And that's how
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. Okay. Well, dude, I love that, man. I'm glad, you getting hit in the nuts turned into a good story, and and it's too long.
You
So,
can there's footage out there of it. I think it's on our TikTok. You literally see
is
you
it
see
okay?
my nuts hit the fucking sub and you see my leg. It's like a cartoon character. I go like I've been shocked. Oh, like do this roll. But you know, I guess I can put, stunt guy on my resume now as well. Fuck
There
it.
you go. There you go. Anything like now you want to be a stunt guy? Any future videos that come out? Do you want to do your own acting and own stunts in it? You guys have one for Cross Me Out right now, but yeah, if there's anything like you guys ever decide to do anything dangerous, or are you gonna feel like what, I kind of know what I'm getting myself into now. I want to go be a stunt guy, do my own stunts in our next video.
Um, I can't really say much, but
Okay.
I recently did something where I did do my own stunt, and it's
Nice.
really not that bad of a stunt. But the height and what was happening actually kind of hurt my back a little bit, but
Okay.
it was worth it. It means I did a good job. So
Okay.
I'm really excited for the people to see what we've got in store for them.
All right, there we go. I know you guys got a new track out today. I listened to it a little bit before you and I talked, but obviously want to get you a little bit of a. Anytime we're playing a track here on QLZ, whether it's rotation, feature, certain show that we've got, obviously you are the one singing everything. What would you like our listeners to know about Cross Me Out? Again, it's a tune that we've been playing here on QLZ for a few months. It's the one that's doing really well for you guys right now. So, what would you like our listeners to know about this track? Whatever perspective you want to take it from.
About Cross Me Out?
Yeah, about Cross Me Out. Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I mean, you're the first person to ask that back to me because it's weird. Like we're at a time now where I've had some bands be like, I don't want to talk about what it means because people take it, this way or that way. And it's not what we're doing. So, I mean, if you want to tell me what inspired this track, man, I'm all ears. Yeah.
I've heard Maynard James Keenan do that for years, and all due respect to him, because that's why I loved Tool when I was a teenager. Oh my God, that's so deep. He doesn't want to tell us the meaning. It's so mysterious.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not that guy, and everybody else is saying that. So whatever you want to know about the track, I'll tell you.
Good, man. What inspired the song for you guys? Obviously, the music video's out for it right now and everything. So, kind of, what was the inspiration for this track?
I mean, it's pretty much the description of a relationship with someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but it's when you're with somebody who kind of can't accept the responsibilities for their actions, and they keep coming back to do the same bullshit to you again and again and again. And once they're done with you, they kind of leave you high and dry, and they try to rewrite your story to everybody else around them, right? They try to cross you out of I wouldn't say like canceling you, but definitely trying to hurt your ego, your image in a way. Try to ruin you before everybody else finds out the truth about them.
Okay. All right, I like that.
So it's
Like I
kind
said,
of just like, okay, go ahead. Like, please, yeah, cross me out. Like, let's see what you got. Like, you want to make me the villain? All right, I'll be the villain. What's up?
Little fuck you to it, kind of a little fuck you song a little bit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with entering your villain era a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I like that. Not at all. Benefit of Doubt is wrote it down there. Let me be sure I got this right. Yeah, Benefit of Doubt is the new track from you guys. Well, just put it out today, so I wanted to let our listeners know another song out from you guys. You guys are a little bit heavier on this one, a little bit more hard hitting. So if people, they like Cross Me Out, they want to find more about you guys, that track is out there today as well. Do you guys, what's the plan for music for you guys? Do you want to do EPs, albums, the world of music? You've kind of come into this time where the singles rule the world on a lot of things. So kind of what's your guys' plan for music? A whole body of work, or are we going to be doing the singles game for a little bit?
I don't know how much I can really talk about. I can tell you there's an EP in the works. We have plenty of music recorded. I don't know how we're going to release it. I don't know. I just my job is to go out there and play it. So whatever my team would like to tell you, But we've got more than a few singles in store for you coming up, and you should be hearing them really soon. Yeah, I just play it live and I write it,
Yeah.
and whatever the team wants to tell you, hell yeah.
That's on them. So pay attention to you guys for everything that you're doing when more new music is on the way. Brendan, question I got for you, man. I ask every band when they come on for the first time because it used to be a blog post, and I still love albums and everything. And whether you guys do singles, EPs, or an album, I'm excited to hear more. But what are some of your favorite complete albums of all time? Some of your favorite no skip records?
I would say The Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails is probably a record that I can listen to front to back whenever, wherever. I also love The Fragile. 2 discs.
Okay.
I mean, what more can you ask for? Sacrament by Lamb of God.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right.
I also believe The Deadeye by The Haunted. That one's a damn good record.
There we go. All right. It's fun because everybody's a little bit different. I interviewed like Phil X yesterday, who's in Bon Jovi, and he's like, Def Leppard by Romania. And it's like, I know when I talk to you today and I talk to, The Haunt tomorrow, I know it's all going to be a little bit different, a little bit more all over the place. So it's always fun. You always kind of tell when, there's always a little bit there's some surprises every now and then, but it's always fun to get these. But yeah, man, cross me out.
Have you ever heard of
right now in QLZ?
Have you ever heard of The Haunted?
The Haunted, that's different than The Haunt, right?
Oh yeah, no, first of all, The Haunt is great, but when I say The Deadeye by The Haunted, yes, I'm talking about the Swedish band from Gothenburg, like other side of the world. Amazing.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify that since we are talking about The Haunt and The Haunted so close together.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll gas up The Haunt any day of the week. I think they're great, but The Deadeye by The Haunted is probably one of my favorite records of all time.
All right. I'm gonna write that down. This is why I always have a notebook with me too, because a lot of times people either be like, check out this band either during the interview or when we're done. People be like, check out this. That will be one of the next ones I check out on here as well. Brendan, before I let you go, man, where can everybody follow you guys? Socials. I know you guys are hitting the road with Fozzy. People want to buy merch from you guys, all that good stuff. Where can everybody follow you guys and help out the band?
I mean, our TikTok girl, Jessica, is absolutely awesome with the content that she posts, she creates, and the updates that she has. So if you've got a TikTok, check out our TikTok. Jessica's an absolute rock star with all that stuff. Plus, she hits us with the TikToks of like 10 out of 10 confirmed didn't fall off the stage this time. And it'll be us like playing in front of like 800 people in Birmingham. So it's we've also got Instagram. I mean, if you want to see the actual dates, we keep it updated on our website. I know it's a little old school, but just anywhere you can find us: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Tinder.
There you go. Tinder, yeah. Swiping right, swiping left.
There you
go. Awesome. I know you guys are at the
Thank you so much for playing our single, man.
Closest one. Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to get it's fun to get you guys on. Like I said, I played you guys a little bit when Down came out back in 2021, so I was a little familiar with you when you guys came through on this cycle with Cross Me Out. I'm bummed I didn't get to see you guys in Vegas, but hopefully be able to make the journey and see you guys coming up here sometime soon.
Yeah, man, we love Joliet. I don't know if the last time we were at the Forge was with the 69 Eyes in 2019.
Oh wow, okay.
I can't remember if we've played the Forge or not with Fozzy.
Okay.
That's too many bottles.
I know, dude. It's dude, the Forge, man. The Forge brings. I know it's a little bit of a drive from us here. It's a couple hours here from Springfield, but man, dude, they bring a lot of rock shows in. So, website or not, man, not old school. It's nice to find everything on the website. So I always have you guys plug it. It's a great way for people to buy merch if they want from you guys. And Brendan, happy to play the song, man. Dude, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me, brother.